Welcome back to the J Money Lakers podcast. I am filming this video the day before I usually would film it, but I am still posting it tomorrow morning on Friday because I do have an early flight tomorrow, which is why I'm filming it tonight instead of tomorrow morning. I have to go back to school at the University of Oregon. But in this video, I just wanted to talk about the Lakers' continuous struggles from the three-point line and not being able to beat the zone last night against the Miami Heat. It was just very frustrating to watch the game. I actually was at the game with my family, but it was just very frustrating watching the game because they just were not able to beat the zone because they just weren't able to knock down their open threes. They only made 4 out of 33s, which is just unacceptable. As an NBA team, you just cannot win games only making 4 out of 33s, compared to the Miami Heat, who shot 16 for 42 from 3. The Lakers shot 13% from 3. That is embarrassing on their home floor. Darvin Ham just absolutely got out-coached by Erik Spoelstra, which makes sense because Erik Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA, but there's no way they should have lost by 14 with how bad the Miami Heat were playing in the beginning. Guys like Duncan Robinson was off in the first half. I don't think he even made a 3 in the first half. It wasn't until the second half that he started hitting, because the Lakers were actually just backing off of him because in the beginning he was 0 for 5 from 3 in the first half. But I just don't understand why the Lakers, every time they play against a shooter, if they miss like 5 in a row, they're like, oh, okay, he's not going to make any more. But they're shooters. They're obviously going to start making some if they're a shooter. That's what I like about Erik Spoelstra as a coach, is he doesn't care if you miss 5 in a row. He just says, keep shooting, because he knows that you're a shooter. But I just don't know what was up with LeBron. LeBron just did not look like himself. He had 12 points, only shooting, 30% from the field? I don't even think he made a 3 last night. It was only Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves who was carrying the team, really. AD had 29 points and 18 rebounds, and I think he also had, 3 blocks? Austin Reeves had 22 points and 8 assists or something like that. And he made 2 of the team's 4 total threes. Which is why I don't understand why Darvin Ham just doesn't start him anyways, even when they are fully healthy. Like I said in my last video, I don't understand why Reddish is starting over Reeves when they're fully healthy. You can see that Max Christie completely outplayed Cam Reddish last night against Miami. Reddish had 0 points. 0 points as a starter. Compared to Max Christie, who had 14 points off the bench? Come on, coach. I don't understand what Darvin Ham is thinking when he starts Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince too, 0 points in the starting lineup. You can't win having 2 players scoring 0 points in the starting lineup. That's just not going to get it done in the NBA. And yeah, I just don't know. I think if Darvin Ham if the Lakers continue to lose, I just don't see why Darvin Ham should continue being their head coach, because ever since the in-season tournament, they've been going downhill ever since he brought Reeves off the bench. This is bad for the Lakers, very bad. And on Friday night, they play against the Memphis Grizzlies, which is also a tough game because Ja Morant is back. The Grizzlies have been doing pretty good with Ja Morant back. Yeah, this is just... And then they play a Raptors team, and then they play a Clippers team on... Sorry, not the Raptors. They don't play the Raptors till Tuesday. They play a Clippers team that's on a roll on Sunday. So I don't know what Darvin Ham's going to do. If he doesn't make any adjustments to the starting lineup, then they're just continuously going to struggle in the first quarter and in the beginning of the games. Last night against Miami, they had 18 points in the first quarter. 18. And Miami wasn't even playing that good in the first quarter, and they still were up by 7 at the end of the first. Which doesn't make any sense to me, because that just shows you that our head coach he's just not a good coach when it comes to making adjustments. Yeah, this is unacceptable for the Lakers because they just won the in-season tournament championship, and since then I think they're now 3-9 since the in-season tournament. That's bad. So the adjustment I think he needs to make for the rest of the season is just go back to starting D'Angelo, Reeves, Vanderbilt, LeBron, and AD. That's what won him games last year. I don't know why he just completely changed it. I understand why Vanderbilt's not starting. It's because he's still, coming back from his foot injury. But if that's the case, then start Max Christie instead of Prince. Prince just scored 0 points in the whole game last night, compared to Max Christie's 14 off the bench. As a Laker fan, this is frustrating to watch. Guys like other guys who do Lakers podcasts, like Trevor Lane, Sean Davis, they're both frustrated just like me, because it's obvious that Darvin Ham doesn't know how to make adjustments. Well, we'll see tomorrow night if he makes any adjustments, because if not, I think he'll get fired. I really do. I think he'll get fired if he doesn't make any adjustments against the Grizzlies or the Clippers, because then he'll lose both of those games if he doesn't make any adjustments to this starting lineup. But that's all I got for you guys. That's all I got for you guys on today's podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video. Drop a like, subscribe down below. Peace.